Hi, air signs. Okay, so this is my new setup. Lulu did this for me, so I would consistently have my own space. My room is in the middle of renovation still, so it does still look a little wonky in the back, and you can hear my chickens, probably see my rats. But all in all, I hope that this is good. I saged, I put out selenite, tourmaline, and let's hope for the best. Yes, that's my hen laying an egg. I don't even eat eggs, guys. I don't know. Let's start with Gemini this week, okay? Whatever comes out for Gemini. I'm doing a reading. Okay? No problem? Okay. Gemini. What do we want Gemini to know? Gemini, I do see some sort of financial situation working out for you. Some sort of, well, we'll get to it, I guess, right? Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Gemini. And I will be going live this weekend. My bonus readings this weekend will be about Mercury retrograde. If I don't do it next week, okay? We do, somebody brought up that I haven't done anything for Mercury retrograde coming up, and that is probably very important to everybody. So I will else make extra videos for that, or I will go live on it. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Gemini. What do you want Gemini to know? Yikes. Okay. Gemini, it's probably for the best that you didn't walk away from this situation. You just kind of let it fizzle out on its own, whether it's work or relationship of any sort, friend, lover. I think that naturally it's just going to grow. You guys are just going to grow apart, and it will make it not just easier on you, but it will work on both of your benefits. I am seeing a woodpecker, so I don't know if that is relevant to anybody, and I'm also seeing grape leaves. Somebody will be reaching out to you to ask you for some sort of financial help, okay? This person looks younger than you, doesn't have to be. I don't think you're really going to hesitate to help them out. I really don't. I think in the past you've kind of rolled your eyes at it, or or you saw this coming. Either way, I do think that you're going to assist. Be careful though, because I feel like this person has a penchant for asking for help when they are capable of helping themselves. The full moon is going to be relevant to some sort of judgment situation that's going to play out in not such a positive way, okay? But options are what? I put them in the cabinet. I do see options coming out for you, but a lot of these options, Gemini, I don't like, okay? I'm seeing like some sort of backstabbing. I'm seeing, somebody who's making offerings that it isn't really beneficial to you. So please be mindful of that. When options start coming in, really weigh those options. Really look at all the different angles and who you're dealing with. Why is Judgment in reverse? I do want to see why that is. Why is Judgment in reverse for Gemini? It almost looks like a guilt trip. I feel like somebody's going to guilt trip you into something, Gemini. Okay? Please be careful of that. Somebody is still dealing with some sort of illness. I don't see you recovering anytime soon. Maybe bedridden. I'm not really sure, but you're not... You might even just be going down, like, maybe you have an illness and it's just getting worse right now, but, we're in such a weird season that, illnesses are going to pop up anyway. But if you are dealing with an illness, I do see it getting a little bit worse. Somebody's sort of giving up on, or if not giving up on, really like reevaluating their like spirituality, what exactly you believe in. what direction to take now. Sort of feeling maybe a little bit confused, I guess, you know, about what it is you've been following, whether it's religion, spirituality, or whatever. It doesn't look like religion, but still. It could have come after some sort of tragic heartbreak. I do see you kind of closing down emotionally, Gemini. If you are going through any sort of heartbreak, I think it is going to take you a lot longer to recover this time than normally, okay? I feel like you have a very heavy heart here. If it's not you that's sick, somebody in your life is sick. This could be somebody else. We have somebody else in the reverse here. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you're dealing with an Aquarius and or somebody that you really wanted to work things out with, I do not see that happening. I feel like that ship has sank, and perhaps that is why you are, you know, sort of lost or feeling a lot of anxiety or heartbreak over this. It looks like they've kind of shut down. Nobody's willing to fight. I do not see any sort of communication between the two of you about this situation either. For some of you, it's the end of a relationship. For others of you, it's like it's been over, and I think you guys expected each other to come back at some point, and it just didn't happen. I do see messages coming out from somebody. These are kind of aggressive messages. You're not going to like what's being said. I don't feel like it's going to, you know, be any sort of reassurance. I don't feel like it's going to be anything you really want to hear. So please be mindful of that. This person's being kind of like cold-hearted, even if they do care about you in any sort of way. Whether this is friend or relative, I feel like they are, their speech is just too aggressive. The Moon, what is it here Gemini is not seeing? I feel like somebody's going to find a stray. I don't know why that is. Gemini, okay, so what you don't see coming, or what it seems like you don't see coming, is very limited options. 5, 6, 7, 8 would be irrelevant to this. I don't know if somebody was supposed to come visit you or you're supposed to visit them. I don't see that happening. That's going to be canceled. I feel like the communication has stopped or will stop between the two of you as well. There's nothing left to do about that. You're going to have to reconsider the whole entire thing and come up with a completely new plan, okay? I do see somebody's family member having issue with them as well. Person's sort of brutish. I think that you've given somebody space in order for them to come back and reconnect, say sorry, or give some sort of words of affirmation, anything, right? And that's not going to happen, okay? As far as finances go, I just stick to that for now. You know, whether it's because you have to find a new business partner, a new job, some sort of new creative outlet, I think that's in your best interest here with the Ace of Pentacles. I think that if the goal is finances versus these, you know, potentially toxic relationships, I don't know that they're necessarily toxic or just no longer vibrationally aligned with you. I I would say your best bet is just to build money. Definitely put some away for a rainy day, okay? I'm seeing lilies, specifically tiger lilies, but take it as it resonates. I actually think whatever goes wrong in your relationships is sort of what's going to push you to do better financially, okay? Because it's like that's where your focus is going to be now. It might even get you out of your funk, to be honest with you. I do think so. Somebody's starting a garden, or their garden just ended. They had a garden and it's now like the season for it to end. I'm not really sure. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, it's repeating this whole, if you planned on moving, you're not going. If you planned on some sort of trip, you're not going, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's literally, it's just like, okay, that's not going to work. It's no longer in the plan. We're going to restart. We're going to make a new plan and we're going to get busy on it, okay? Which is great. I think that's very positive, personally. Yes, saying goodbye to somebody and focusing on your finances in time is probably going to make them come back. You know, that whole scarcity situation when, you know, it'll trigger something in them where they're going to be like, oh shit, I haven't heard from Gemini in quite a while. Maybe I should reach out. You know how I feel about that. Like, what? Now I'm okay because I no longer am in your energy. Don't do it, Gemini. I do see somebody asking you to come see them in the future as well. I think you're going to definitely going to speak back and forth. You're going to have some sort of communication with this person, but it will not move forward in the direction that they hope it will anyway, okay? I think you've learned your lesson there. Do I want to use another deck or I'll stick with this one for now. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Dropping a heavy burden when you decide to let these people out of your life. You're getting a lot of air sign here, Gemini, but it doesn't mean it's another air sign. I'm just saying, like, you are getting a lot of air sign. And I see you marching into the future, and it, like, literally looks like such a brighter future. I'm seeing spring, doesn't have to be. There's a tower moment that's going to happen after this change. What is this tower moment? I see people frustrated with you, aggravated, I feel like, because they can't get your energy. I see somebody stealing money. I don't know why that would be, but I do see somebody stealing money. Doesn't have to be yours, but you may just hear about it. Might be yours. There will be a time I feel like you're going to help somebody financially, okay? This is a completely different person. They're coming out as a feminine energy. It doesn't have to be, okay? Somebody, it looks like they have children. I'm seeing lilies again, so that might be important for you to know. You're going to help, like, fix the balance for this person with their issues. I think it's beautiful. I don't see there's nothing weird or horrible about this situation. It's almost just like, you know, whether it's a family member, an ex, a close friend. I feel like you doing this is really a wonderful thing for you to do, but I feel like you know that it's going to kind of put you out for a while. You know, it's going to be sort of hard for you to make that money back, or, you know, maybe you're taking it out of your savings, something like that, okay? 3 more cards and we'll end it here for Gemini. For those of you that are looking to get into a relationship, it's not a past person, it's a brand new person. It looks like an earth sign, doesn't have to be. They may be your age or older. This is not a toxic energy. They do live at a distance and they just went through some sort of loss. I don't know if this is a loss of a pet, of a person, or it feels like a pet or a person. Okay, it doesn't feel like anything else. They're stable. They're pretty stable energy. I'm seeing blue sapphire. I don't know if that resonates with anybody, but okay, Gemini, thank you. I hope this helps, and I will see you guys for the Mercury retrograde reading.